Why is Donald Trump hell-bent on making history repeat itself? Why is he plunging America headfirst into a war that Americans do not want and which he cannot even explain? Enough is enough. The American people deserve a say, and that is what our resolution is about. We must act to stop Trump's belligerence. The American people will be watching how senators vote. History will judge this chamber for how we act. To my colleagues, all of my colleagues, it is time to make a stand. We must stop another war in the Middle East.
Senator from Mississippi is recognized.
Mr. President,
45 of the last 47 presidents, which is all we've had, have ordered kinetic acts, just like President Trump has done, without going to Congress. This isn't new. This has happened 45 in the last 47 presidencies. The Constitution, Article 2, clearly gives the president not only the right, but indeed the duty, as does his oath, to protect the United States.
Mr. President.
The declaration of war is not a power that the President of the United States has. The Constitution makes it clear the declaration of war is the authority and the responsibility of Congress. Presidents of both parties, yes, they have engaged in military operations, but the declaration of war belongs to this body. Well, to me, this looks like a war.
I'll vote no on the pending resolution. President Trump decided to attack Iran. That decision was profound, deliberate, and correct. The president understands the weight of war. He was clear-eyed about the risk, and he was honest with the American people. From very early on Saturday morning, he said, we pray for every service member as they selflessly risk their lives to ensure that Americans and our children will never be threatened by a nuclear-armed Iran.
Mr. Graham. Mr. Grassley. Mr. Haggerty. Ms. Hassan.
On this, the yeas are 47, the nays are 53. The motion to discharge is not approved.
The clerk will report the title of the concurrent resolution.
House Concurrent Resolution 38, concurrent resolution directing the President, pursuant to Section 5C of the War Powers Resolution, to remove United States Armed Forces from unauthorized hostilities in the Islamic Republic of Iran.
Minority Leader is recognized for 1 minute.
In his return to the presidency, Mr. Speaker, Donald Trump has left America less prosperous, less safe, and less free. He has hurt us again and again, failed us again and again. And now, by launching this unauthorized war of choice, setting fire to our Constitution. The American people deserve better.
Reserves, the gentleman from New York is recognized.
I didn't reserve yet.
The Ayatollah's reign of terror began with weak leadership from President Carter. It will end with strong leadership from President Trump. This war powers resolution is ill-timed and ill-advised. Congress must stand with the president and our military to finally close, once and for all, this dark chapter of history and pave the way for lasting peace.
Reserves. The gentleman from New York is right.
This administration can't even give us a straight answer as to why we launched this preemptive war. The president says we had to strike first because an Iranian strike was imminent. Meanwhile, the Department of Defense conceded there was no evidence of an imminent Iranian strike. Some told us this war was about nuclear weapons, but 6 months ago, we were assured our last strike on Iran decimated their nuclear program. So which is it? I think the most candid answer came from the Secretary of State, who told the press that Israel forced our hand and dragged us into this war again. And that truth is the very reason why it is Congress that must decide war.
The gentleman from Florida is recognized.
I inquire how much time each side has left.